World Cup is less than a year away, and Kansas City is one of the hosts of the games.
News Press Now's Kyle Schmidt is in Studio B to tell us what St. Joseph can expect this time of year. Kyle.
Thank you. St. Joseph, being in close proximity, will feel the effect of the travelers coming from all over the globe to support their countries. I spoke with organizations throughout the city to hear about the early planning stages in part one of a News Press Now special report. 650,000 visitors are expected to travel into Kansas City area when the FIFA World Cup begins June 11th, 2026. It is the first time World Cup matches will be played in the United States since 1994. With less than a year to go, St. Joseph organizations have started the early planning stages for the influx of visitors.
We are, I would say, purely in an idea phase of what are the things that we should be doing, what are other destinations doing that are similar to us?
Conversations surrounding watch parties, festivals, and viewing areas and more are being discussed to figure out what would be the best experience for current residents. Mingle says the feedback from conferences, conventions, and international travel writers has stayed consistent. International travelers are looking for three things. They want to visit something uniquely American, hidden gems, and road trip possibilities.
St. Joseph is perfect in that sense, in that in the Kansas City region, we check all those boxes.
One of the places in town anticipating visitors is the Albrecht Kempery Museum of Art.
We'll have a major exhibit of a juried exhibition of the American landscape. We're going to put out a national call for entries. We'll have some purchase awards so that we'll be able to purchase some of the works that are the top ones to put in the permanent collection.
The St. Joseph Museums Association is continuing talks on ways to drive more visitors to each museum.
We've shifted our advertising a little bit right now to put a little bit more on Google because we know people are going to be searching like, what is there to do in St. Joseph?
St. Joseph is currently being advertised in the Kansas City International Airport and on buses. Mingle says St. Joseph advertisements in Visits Kansas City itinerary and Visit Missouri has gone up as well.
Come January 2026, whatever country we find out is being hosted in Kansas City for the duration that they're in the World Cup, we know that those guides are going to be heavily shelled out specifically to those areas, and we want our representation in those guides.
Speaking with the communications manager with Visit KC, Mackenzie Walters, she says it's hard to predict currently if it will be a barrage of people or just an increase in visitors for places like St. Joseph.
But we do expect there to be people, staying in St. Joseph, extra people in hotel rooms.
One of the projects the city is currently working on is 2 state-of-the-art hotels and a new conference center on Frederick Avenue. The city hopes this project will be finished ahead of the World Cup, but says it will be tight. Walters provides tips to residents in preparation of the games.
Brush up on, the best museum, the best restaurant to recommend to all of the visitors that we're expecting, and just be authentic, be yourself.
Come December, we will know which teams will select Kansas City as its base camp and who will play in our area. More information is expected to come in the near future, and News Press Now will provide the latest World Cup updates as they become available. Now, in about 2 months, more information will be available, and that trend will continue as we get closer to the big event. We want to hear what you hope to see in St. Joseph when the World Cup arrives, so be sure to check out the poll posted on our website and comment your thoughts on this article. Reporting for News Press Now, I'm Kyle Schmidt.